What's up guys, it's Sunday, June 11th. Firstly, one thing that I like to do is turn on the symmetry line. So you go to symmetry here and you put show line. And this way you can see what your symmetry line is. So if I clone this sphere and I move it up, now you can see the symmetry line is on this. And this is another interesting trick. Let's say I want to make a pill. I can tap symmetry, and remember symmetry is this red line, and then I can just pull this out and it makes a pill shape. Like if you want to move it left and right, you just have to turn symmetry back off, and then you can move it like a regular shape. And it also applies if you wanted to use a different symmetry, like let's say you wanted to stretch it up and down. You can change these planes, like you turn X off, turn on Y, now you see that green. Turn symmetry on, and then you can stretch it this way as well. So just an interesting little thing with symmetry. So let's say you want to bring this straight down and you don't feel like doing this. You can just tap align. So align will align the gizmo with the whole project. So see this little, see if we tap front, this is always going to be up and down. This is always going to be left and right, you know, so it's aligning to the project and not to the pill. If you turn align off, then it aligns to the pill. So it's parallel to the symmetry line. So align's great if you just want to bring this down. And you can still do other things with it. It just, this won't change. It'll always be straight up and straight down. So it's very useful. But let's say I wanted to stretch this out. I'd have to turn a line off. That way I can easily just stretch that. Okay, so let's say I like these two shapes, but I want to put them on the other side as well. You just go to the scene, and you can do them individually, or you can just take both. Let's just join them so that they're one piece. We'll just call them horns for now. So if you want to put these on the other side, then you go to your scene, you go to your mesh, add, mirror. So we've mirrored it, but it mirrors from the project center. So this is the center line of the project. So if we tap here, we can see the line. So when we used mirror, it just mirrors the other half of the project. So it's always going to be the other half. Let's just say you wanted to do eyebrows or something, some black eyebrows, and you wanted to use clay, then this is great. And actually another tip, you can add a layer. So you go up here to the layers, you can add a layer. And let's say you want this to be eyebrows. You can take your clay tool. You can turn stroke painting on. That means you're using a tool and you're using the paint. Usually there'd be a line through there, but if there isn't, that means it's going to paint as well. And you can do things like eyebrows. They might not be great eyebrows, but you get the idea. So you can do things like eyebrows. And if you want them to be a lot cleaner, then of course you have to make the sphere a little bit more dense. So you can subdivide it. So that's one way. You can see the difference there. You can also voxel remesh it. So let's say we remesh it to like 250 and you get a little more detail, a little cleaner. And we'll do one other tool that I use a lot. So let's say we want to make some eye sockets, and this is a good way to sort of lay out where you're going to put the eyes. I like to use layer tool, sub, and the intensity. So sub just reverses whatever you're doing. So if we don't have sub, it'll look like this. Oh, that actually looks good. But if we have sub, then it'll go inside, see? So let's make it a little bit deeper. And we don't really need the color, so we can turn stroke painting off. So then if I'm going to do an eye socket, I'll probably do something like this. But when you're using layer, you can't lift up the brush until it's done, until you're done. If you want to go a little bit deeper, you could do that as well. And you can repeat this process That's strange. Usually it continues to go. Let's see if I can figure out why it's doing that. Oh, it might be because I'm on this layer. Let's see if I join them. Yeah, if you join them, then it will just keep getting deeper. So it's good to know. It won't do it on a layer. This is a good way to do eye sockets. You can take your smooth and then smooth it out. And you have a nice little area that you can add your eyes. All right, keep drawing, keep sculpting. I'll see you all in the next video.